balance between humans and the untamed world beneath the waves. Nancy and Robert knew they had been granted a second chance, a testament to their shared love for the sea and their unwavering bond as family and fishermen. With their hearts heavy with both fear and gratitude, they decided to return to Ambota Bay, their trusty serenade carrying them back to the safety of their beloved shores. The ocean's vastness stretched as they navigated the journey home, reminding them of the mysteries beneath its surface. The experience had left an indelible mark on Nancy's soul, a profound respect for the sea's untamed beauty and unforgiving power. In Ambota Bay, where the salty breeze continued to whisper its tales of triumph and tribulation, Nancy and Robert Clark would remember that fateful encounter with the great white shark with them forever. It was a stark reminder that in the realm of the sea, survival was a delicate dance, one where humans were mere guests in a world governed by forces far beyond their control. Passion for the sea came rushing back, and she decided it was time to introduce her children to the ocean's wonder. Poppy received an outpouring of support from friends, family, and even students who had heard about her ordeal. They visited her in the hospital, bringing her and her children well wishes and words of encouragement. After 2 weeks of intensive care, Poppy's condition improved significantly. The doctors deemed her stable enough to be discharged, although she would require ongoing rehabilitation to regain full use of her injured leg. As Poppy returned home with her children, she did so with a newfound appreciation for life and the importance of pursuing one's passions. The near-death experience had reminded her of her love for the ocean, and she vowed to share that love with her children, albeit with more caution and respect for the sea's inherent dangers. Poppy's journey from a dedicated professor to a shark attack survivor was a testament to the unpredictability of life. It was a story of courage, family bonds, and the enduring spirit of a woman who refused to let adversity define her. Her passion for the ocean had brought her face to face with danger, but it had also revealed the depth of her strength and the love of in her final year of university when an exciting opportunity came her way. The university planned a farewell tour for the graduating students, which was set to take them to the beautiful shores of California. Every student was thrilled and eager to participate when the university, prepared and enthusiastic, had already packed her bags a day in advance. The girls in the group were busy shopping for swimsuits in anticipation of the seaside adventure. Finally, the long-awaited day arrived. The students were excitedly buzzing, and the university staff joined them at the airport. The university had already arranged and booked all the tickets, ensuring a smooth journey for everyone. Emma and her classmates took pictures at the airport, capturing the moments of anticipation and joy. The check-in process went smoothly, and soon, the students were comfortably seated on the plane. The flight was a delightful experience, and they arrived at California Airport on time, around 10 a.m. After a quick meal near their hotel, they couldn't wait to get to the seaside. The university staff had arranged a large van for the students, and they headed towards the beach. Upon reaching the seaside, the students were greeted with a breathtaking ocean view. Many people were already enjoying their time there, and some had set up picnics. Emma and her friends bought some drinks and relished the moment. The sea breeze, the sound of waves, and the cheerful atmosphere filled them with joy. When the university staff proposed a boat trip, some students agreed, while others decided to stay on the shore. Emma was among those who chose to go on the ship with her friends. As the ship ventured further into the water, they changed into their swimming attire, ready to dive into the ocean. They were having a blast, playing and splashing water at each other. However, amidst all the fun, Emma suddenly felt a discomforting urge. She realized she needed a small town in Australia, lived a modest life as part of a middle-class family, materialized nearby, its predatory instincts aroused, and it homed in on Nella. Fear gripped her, but she summoned every ounce of strength and swam away as swiftly as her limbs could propel her. The undeterred shark persisted in its pursuit, its unyielding determination evident in its relentless pursuit of her. Despite the excruciating pain and the terror coursing through her, Nella refused to give in to despair. She continued to swim for her life, her injured arm a constant reminder of her peril. It was a life-or-death struggle that unfolded beneath the azure waves. Finally, Nella reached the sanctuary of the ship, gasping for breath and screaming for help. The team, oblivious to the unfolding drama, sprang into action, hoisting her back onto the vessel. The sight that met their eyes was nothing short of a nightmare: Nella's injured arm and the colossal shark that circled beneath them. The team acted swiftly, under incredible bravery when facing the menacing shark. Realizing the potential impact of the footage, the company decided to share it on its channel. The video swiftly garnered widespread the harrowing shark attack from her mind, a dream she had nurtured since she was just 16 years old. Lily was determined to save every penny she could from her job to realize her dream. She knew that to embark on a globe-trotting adventure, she needed to be financially. Numerous surgeries and intensive medical treatments. Her injuries affected several parts of her body, and the healing process was painful. Jack remained by her side, offering unwavering support and friendship. His steadfast presence provided Lily with the emotional strength to deal, served as a reminder of the fragility of life and the unpredictability of nature. Every New Year's Day, as the world celebrated the arrival of another year, Lily couldn't help but reflect on that fateful day when her life had hung in the balance. The pain and fear she had experienced remained etched in her memory, a constant reminder of the preciousness of life and the importance of pursuing one's dreams. Lily's story became a symbol of determination and the enduring power of the human spirit. Her passion for travel had led her on an extraordinary journey that took an unexpected spot alone. Her friends had other commitments, but the ocean's call was too strong to resist. She donned her wetsuit, waxed her surfboard, and paddled into the calm azure waters. The day was perfect. The sky was clear and the sun bathed the coastline in a warm, golden light. As Megan caught her first wave, she felt an exhilarating rush. Riding the crest, she could see the familiar shoreline and picked up the story, and friends and neighbors gathered at her home, offering support and sharing their stories of close encounters with sharks. Still shaken but grateful to be alive, Megan listened to their tales and realized how fortunate she was to have survived the ordeal. In the following days, Megan's experience was a stark reminder to everyone in Cape Town. The ocean, beautiful and enchanting, held hidden dangers that could strike at any moment. Lifeguards doubled their efforts and warning signs were posted along the coastline, cautioning swimmers and surfers to be vigilant. Megan, however, was undeterred. The ocean still called to her, its siren song too powerful to resist. But she had learned a valuable lesson, never to surf alone. She made a pact with her friends that they would always be each other's guardians in the water, watching out for any signs of danger. Months passed, and Megan returned to Baldwin Beach, this time with her closest friends. They laughed and splashed in the waves, their collective presence a shield against the unknown. The memory of the great white shark lingered in the back of her mind, a reminder that the ocean demanded respect, but it didn't diminish her love for the sea. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm orange glow across the water. As the friends rode the waves together, their laughter echoed over the waves, a testament to their resilience and the enduring bond they shared. At that moment, Megan felt deeply grateful for the ocean that had almost taken her life, and the friends who had saved it. Baldwin Beach remained a place of beauty and wonder, but now it was also a place of caution and respect. Megan Anderson's encounter with the great white shark had forever changed her, instilling in her a profound reverence for the power of the sea. And as long as she lived, she would continue to surf its waves, always mindful of the unpredictable and magnificent world, but felt completely at home. But on that fateful day, the idyllic scene was shattered by a sudden and terrifying intrusion. Yuki felt a powerful jolt beneath her surfboard, and she was propelled into the water before she could react. Panic coursed through her veins as she struggled to resurface, disoriented and gasping for air. As she broke through the surface, she realized with horror that a massive great white shark had attacked her. The beast's cold, unfeeling eyes locked onto Yuki, and she could see the rows of sharp teeth glistening in the sunlight. Fear gripped her heart as she desperately tried to swim back to her surfboard. The shark circled her, its powerful form moving with grace and precision. Yuki knew she was in a battle for her life. Frantic and terrified, Yuki lashed out at the shark, kicking and flailing her arms desperately trying to ward off the predator. The water churned around her as she fought to keep the shark at bay, her adrenaline-fueled movements echoing the pronounced tail. It disappeared into the ocean's depths, leaving behind a trail of churning water. Yuki was shaken but alive, her body trembling with fear and relief. She was helped back to the shore by her friends and the surfers who had come to her rescue. The beachgoers who had witnessed the encounter applauded their heroism, grateful that the outcome had not been tragic. The incident left an indelible mark on Yuki, once a place of wonder and solace, realizing that the great white shark was not a mindless monster, but a vital part of the ocean's delicate balance. She joined local conservation organizations and started advocating for the protection of these apex predators, and knowledge into raising awareness about the importance of preserving marine life. Her journey from victim to advocate inspired others to see sharks in a new light, not as mere threats, but as creatures worthy of protection. As Yuki stood on the shores of California watching the waves roll in, she knew that her encounter with the great white shark had profoundly changed her life. She had found a purpose beyond riding the waves, a mission to protect the ocean that had once terrified and enchanted her. With all its mysteries and dangers, the sea had become a source of inspiration and a reminder that even in the face of fear, one could find the courage to make ocean. The clear skies and gentle breeze made it a perfect day for sailing as their boat, the Seafarer, glided through the azure waters. As they approached Kubal Island, excitement filled the air. The island's untouched beauty promised adventure and exploration, and they couldn't wait to drop anchor and begin their journey on land. With its lush vegetation and diverse wildlife, the island seemed like a world away from their everyday lives. But an unexpected terror struck when they were 700 meters away from their destination. The tranquil sea erupted in chaos as a massive white shark surfaced beneath their boat. The impact was catastrophic, and the Seafarer capsized, throwing the friends into the frigid waters. Panic seized the group as they clung to debris from the capsized boat, their hearts racing with fear. The shark's eyes fixed on them circled ominously. The five friends realized they were in a life-or-death situation, their fight for survival beginning in the unforgiving waters of the Southern Ocean. Desperation fueled their actions as they collectively worked to move the shark away from their makeshift refuge. With frantic gestures and sudden movements, they attempted to deter the predator, using every ounce of their strength to keep it at bay. The shark was relentless, its immense power a stark reminder of their vulnerability in this hostile environment. Amidst the chaos, Billy Chris retrieved her waterproof phone and dialed the Coastal Guard helpline. Her voice trembled as she pleaded for help, providing their coordinates and describing their dire situation. The operator assured her that help was coming, but the wait felt interminable as the shark continued to circle. The group's collective efforts began to take a toll on their strength, and exhaustion set in. They knew they needed to make it to the safety of Kubal Island, their only hope of escape from the relentless predator. With grim determination, they began the arduous swim toward the island, their eyes constantly scanning the water for any sign of the shark's return. The journey to the island was a grueling test of endurance. The icy water sapped their energy, and the fear of the great white shark's presence hung over them like a dark cloud. Despite their exhaustion and anxiety, they pushed forward, their hearts set on reaching the refuge of solid ground. Hours passed, and the shoreline of Kubal Island drew nearer. Their strength waned, but the determination to survive propelled them forward. They finally felt the solid sand beneath their feet as they staggered ashore, their relief palpable. Perhaps the great white shark had lost interest because it disappeared into the ocean's depths. The friends collapsed onto the beach, their bodies trembling and their clothes soaked. They were battered and bruised, but they were alive. The call to the Coastal Guard had borne fruit, and a rescue team was dispatched to their location. They huddled together on the shore, waiting anxiously for the arrival of their rescuers. When the rescue team finally reached Kubal Island, the friends were greeted with relief and gratitude. They were transported back to safety, leaving behind the treacherous waters that had threatened to claim their lives. Their encounter with the great white shark had been a terrifying ordeal that would stay with them for the rest of their lives. After their traumatic experience, the friends shared a newfound perspective on the ocean's apex predator. They understood the delicate balance of the marine ecosystem and the need for conservation efforts to protect these magnificent creatures. They became advocates for shark conservation, working to dispel the myths and misconceptions surrounding these apex predator minds, a reminder of the fragile line that separates life and death in the vast expanse of the Southern Ocean. At beach, they marveled at the untouched beauty surrounding them. Towering pine trees lined the shore, and the air was filled with the soothing scent of the forest. The turquoise waters lapping at the sandy beach beckoned to them, promising a refreshing escape from the rigors of daily life. On a warm and sunny morning, Jessica and Alina decided to swim in the crystal-clear waters of the Gulf of Alaska. The green-blue expanse stretched out before them, inviting them to plunge in. Shark, its dark form contrasting sharply with the vibrant water. Fear gripped Jessica and Alina as they realized the danger they were in. They immediately abandoned their leisurely swim and began to swim frantically toward the shore. Sheer terror fueled their strokes as they pushed themselves to safety. The great white shark, however, had other plans. It followed closely behind, its cold, unfeeling eyes locked onto the two swimmers. The predator's powerful form sliced effortlessly through the water, closing the gap between them. Jessica and Alina's hearts raced as they felt the shark's presence drawing nearer. Their adrenaline surged as they finally reached the shallows, their feet finding solid ground beneath them. Gasping for breath, they stumbled out of the water, their bodies trembling with fear. The great white shark denied its prey and circled just beyond the breaking waves, a reminder of the danger lurking beneath the serene surface. With a newfound sense of urgency, Jessica and Alina wasted no time seeking help. They rushed to their campsite and immediately experience with Megan and her friend's experience with the great white shark had highlighted the need for immediate action. They sealed off the campsite, barricading access to the beach, and posted prominent warning signs. The message was clear. Swimming was forbidden until further notice. The safety of the campers remained their top priority. Officials worked diligently to assess the situation, deploying marine experts to monitor the waters and gather insights into the shark's behavior. With unwavering determination, they aimed to create a safe environment where visitors could once again enjoy the natural beauty of Kristen Island, without fear of unexpected encounters with the ocean's apex predators. The days that followed were filled with a sense of unease. Jessica and Alina, once fearless adventurers, found themselves wary of the very ocean they had been drawn to. They observed the water, never straying far from the shore. The presence of the great white shark had cast a long shadow over their once carefree camping trip. Weeks passed, and the authorities continued to monitor the situation. They employed shark spotters and took measures to study the predator's behavior. It became evident that the great white shark had moved on, its curiosity sated by its brief encounter with Jessica and Alina. With the assurance of safety, the campsite was eventually reopened. The once deserted shores of Kristen Island were once again filled with the joyful laughter of campers and the sounds of nature. The return to normalcy was a testament to the islands and its visitors' resilience. Jessica and Alina, although still wary of the ocean, found solace in the knowledge that their ordeal had prompted necessary precautions to protect future visitors. They had played a part in ensuring that the pristine beauty of Kristen Island could be enjoyed with greater peace of mind, and their bond with nature remained unbroken despite the challenges they had faced. Standing on the same beach where they had faced their terrifying encounter, they gazed at the now calm waters of the Gulf of Alaska. The sun cast a golden hue over the sea, and the distant cry of seagulls filled the air. The island's natural beauty remained unchanged, a witness to the enduring allure of the great outdoors. Jessica and Alina knew that their love for adventure would continue to draw them to the wild and untamed places of the world. They had faced the unforgiving side of nature and emerged stronger for it, with a profound respect for the mysteries of the ocean and the creatures that inhabited it. The picturesque coastal town of Mariners Cove, nestled along the rugged cliffs of the Caribbean. The fateful summer of 1989 unfolded as the salty breeze gracefully mingled with the enchanting scent of pine trees, creating a vibrant tapestry that vividly portrayed the rich maritime history of the town. Mariners Cove had gained a well-deserved reputation for its thriving fishing industry, which had brought prosperity and livelihood to the local community. The cove's waters teemed with an abundance of marine life, creating a bustling hub of activity as fishermen cast their nets and lines, eagerly anticipating the bountiful wonders that awaited them beneath the surface. The tales of oceanic wonders that had weaved their way through the waves were nothing short of mesmerizing. Whispers of majestic creatures like massive sharks had fascinated the imaginations of locals and visitors alike. These enchanting stories are passed down from generation to generation and have become an integral part of the cove's rich maritime heritage. As the sun lay below the horizon, casting a golden glow upon the tranquil waters, the fishermen would gather around the flickering flames of the harbor's bonfire. The town had borne the scars of countless storms, with each wave crashing against the shore and leaving its mark on the weathered docks and time-worn lighthouses that had stood sentinel over where these majestic creatures roamed. As he ventured further into the vast expanse of the sea, he encountered a myriad of challenges and obstacles that tested his determination and resilience. The turbulent waves crashed against his boat, threatening to throw him off course, but he remained steadfast in his pursuit of knowledge. With each passing day, he immersed himself in the world of the tiger sharks, observing their behavior and studying their habitat. He swam alongside them, capturing their graceful movements on film and meticulously documenting every detail he could uncover. The goal was not a simple act of observation, but rather a comprehensive documentation of their behavior in the wild, a task that stirred within him waves of anticipation and trepidation. His mission had two objectives: capturing the raw, untamed essence of the tiger shark and shedding light on the delicate balance that existed between man and the wild. This balance, once disrupted, could lead to dangerous consequences. Whiteman's heart throbbed with exhilaration as the sun hung low on the horizon, casting fiery hues across the indigo waters. The vibrant colors painted a breathtaking scene, igniting a surge of excitement within him. The research vessel was gently bobbing on the rhythmic swells, guided by Captain Jake Donovan's experienced hand. Dr. Isabella Bennett, a beacon of knowledge and passion, regaled the crew with tales of the elusive nature of tiger sharks. Her captivating storytelling transported the crew members to the depths of the ocean, where they could almost feel the presence of these majestic creatures. With every word, Dr. Bennett painted a vivid picture of the tiger shark's remarkable history, tracing back to their ancient ancestors. The crew listened intently, their imaginations ignited by her descriptions of the prehistoric oceans that these creatures once roamed. Dr. Bennett's enthusiasm was contagious, as she animatedly recounted the tales of these powerful predators and their ability to adapt and survive throughout the ages. The crew hung on to her every word, their curiosity piqued by the fascinating insights she shared. Dr. Bennett's passion for marine life shone through as she spoke, leaving a lasting impression on the crew, who were inspired to learn more about the wonders of the ocean and its inhabitants. Whiteman listened intently, his eyes scanning the horizon, searching for any sign of the ocean's apex predator. Days transformed into weeks, and the wonders of the ocean's depths were revealed. Armed with a camera and an unyielding spirit, Whiteman embarked on a mission to capture mesmerizing footage of the majestic creatures as they glided through the cerulean expanse. The days would turn into nights, and with each passing sunset, the sky would be painted with vibrant hues of fire and gold, creating a breathtaking spectacle. Meanwhile, the moon would gracefully cast a shimmering silver path upon the undulating waves, adding an ethereal touch to the mesmerizing scene. Whiteman immersed himself in the vast expanse of the sea, his senses becoming finely tuned to perceive and comprehend every subtle shift in its ever-changing temperament. On an overcast afternoon, a subtle warning was whispered by a change in the wind. Whiteman was standing at the bow of the ship, with the salt spray gently kissing his weathered face. Suddenly, a shadow, darker than the abyss itself, emerged from the depths with graceful and awe-inspiring propulsion. The tiger shark rapidly closed the distance, its streamlined form slicing through the water. Its mouth opened wide as it approached, displaying rows of sharp teeth, creating a tense moment of uncertainty. Panic surged through Whiteman's veins as he stood his ground. His camera held steady while the beast drew nearer. In a heartbeat, the shark lunged forward, its massive body propelling it toward Whiteman. The predator's jaws clamped down with brutal force, its teeth sinking into Whiteman's leg. Agony shot through him as he grappled with the relentless predator. The world around him became a turbulent and chaotic maelstrom of foam and teeth, causing the camera to clatter loudly onto the deck, forgotten in the life-and-death struggle. The struggle became a primal ballet of survival, a dance that echoed through the depths. With every surge of adrenaline, his grip on reality, on life itself, was fiercely fought to be maintained. The crew, consisting of highly trained individuals who shared a strong bond of camaraderie, immediately sprang into action as they faced the imminent threat of tragedy. Their extensive training and close-knit relationships proved to be a lifeline in this critical moment. Dr. Isabella Bennett's unwavering authority resounded through the air as she directed the orchestrated chaos woven around Whiteman, as each member of the crew became a thread in the tapestry of his salvation. Strong and steady hands reached out, pulling him from the jaws of the abyss. The battle between man and nature had reached its crescendo, as a symphony of survival echoed through the salt-stained air. In the aftermath, a team of rescuers pulled Whiteman from the terrifying maw of the abyss, where his body had been mercilessly battered. Yet his indomitable spirit remained unbroken. Weeks transformed into months, and he convalesced within the comforting embrace of sterile hospital walls. The scars etched upon his flesh bore witness to a powerful testament of resilience, serving as a vivid reminder of the untamed spirit that coursed through his veins. As the days bled into one another, Whiteman found himself frequently drifting his gaze towards the photograph resting on his bedside table. The moment of the encounter was captured, freezing the ocean's fury in time. The image spoke of a communion with the wild, a connection that had forever marked his soul. As he gazed upon the captivating scene, his senses were heightened, and his spirit was stirred. The untamed beauty of nature enveloped him, filling every fiber of his being with a profound sense of connection. It was a moment that would forever be etched in his memory, a transformative encounter that left an indelible imprint on his very essence. With its untamed allure, the wild had beckoned him, and he had answered its call, immersing himself in its untamed embrace. In that fleeting instant, he had become one with the wilderness, reborn, his gaze firmly fixed upon a horizon that brimmed with a captivating blend of wonder and peril. The footage that was captured on that fateful day became a beacon of understanding, serving as a testament to the intricate dance that unfolded between man and nature. In the end, the encounter with the tiger shark transcended the realm of the physical as it took on a whole new dimension. It transformed into a testament that bore witness to the indomitable spirit that resided within every heart. It served as a poignant reminder that the essence of truly living lies within the untamed. The incident that happened to Whiteman reverberated through the ages, as it became a legendary tale of survival that etched deeply into the annals of Mariner's Cove. It stood as a powerful testament to the dauntless spirit that resided within every individual. Autumn morning in Harmony Hughes Beach, a place of serene beauty nestled in the heart of the Gulf of Mexico. The warm and inviting waters of the beach mirrored the vibrant foliage that adorned its banks. Pullman visited this haven for years, knowing every nook and cranny of its shoreline. Unbeknownst to Pullman, the beach harbored more than just the usual bass and trout. Among the native species, the beach's advisory board often overlooked the cautious warnings. The placards, faded and weathered, spoke of tiger sharks, a species of fish that Pullman had never imagined encountering in those tranquil waters. He cast his line and the sun began its slow ascent, casting dappled light patterns on the beach's surface. The stillness was only disturbed as the occasional fish leaped, causing a splash. Pullman was lost in the serenity of the moment and failed to notice the aged warning sign, its words fading into obscurity. A disturbance erupted from beneath the surface, shattering the calm. A massive form was breached, with water droplets glistening in the morning light. Pullman's heart pounded in his chest as he beheld the unmistakable stripes of a tiger shark. Its robust body arced, crashing back into the water with a resounding splash. The shark's display of force sent ripples through the beach, rocking Pullman's boat precariously. Panic surged through him as he grappled with the oars, desperately trying to steer towards the safety of the shore. The once familiar landscape seemed foreign and distant as the trees blurred into a kaleidoscope of green. Pullman's shouts echoed through the forest as he desperately pleaded for salvation. He strained against the resistance of the water, battling against the relentless pull of the beach with each stroke. His voice carried through the stillness, reaching the ears of vigilant beach lifeguards stationed nearby. Their immediate reaction was one of urgency, driven by a surge of adrenaline coursing through their veins. They sprinted towards the beach, their footsteps pounding against the soft earth beneath them, each stride echoing the urgency of the moment. The sight that unfolded before their eyes was nothing short of primal terror. There, in a watery battleground, they beheld a lone man, his fragile boat precariously balanced on the precipice of disaster, locked in a deadly otherworldly dance with a formidable tiger shark. Amidst the chaos, one of the lifeguards, whose training had honed their reflexes to perfection, assumed a position of authority. With steady hands, they aimed a tranquilizer dart, its sharp tip poised to pierce the surface of the turbulent water. The others watched, their collective breaths held in anxious anticipation. In those critical moments, time seemed to stretch and contort, each passing second feeling like an eternity. Finally, the dart was released, piercing the water with a muted thud, a singular act of hope against the backdrop of impending catastrophe. As the tranquilizer found its mark, the mighty tiger shark's movements began to slow, its once vigorous thrashes gradually devolving into sluggish, languid motions. Pullman's frail boat, tossed about by the tempestuous waters, bobbed with each passing swell. With each passing second, the sedative took hold, gradually diffusing through the shark's powerful body. The peril that had gripped the scene began to loosen its vice-like grip, and the imminent danger slowly subsided. A wave of relief washed over him as the lifeguards towed Pullman to safety. He clung to the sides of the boat, his fingers turning white against the weathered wood. The tiger shark floated nearby, its once docile nature now evident. Serving as a testament to the wild beauty and danger lurked the water with a newfound reverence. He heeded the warnings and respected the boundaries of the beach's ancient inhabitants. Years passed, but the memory remained vivid, weaving a thread into the fabric of Pullman's existence. He carried the story with him, reminding himself that even in the most serene settings, the wild's feral spirit could rise, unyielding and magnificent. Pullman's subsequent visits to Harmony Hughes Beach were filled with a mixture of trepidation and awe. With each cast of the line, there was a watchful eye on the water's surface, silently acknowledging the power that lay beneath. The tranquilizer dart saved him. It didn't erase the memory of the shark's primal display. He would often wonder about that tiger shark, contemplating the wonders it held in the depths of the beach. An enormous figure became etched in his mind, a creature that embodied both beauty and danger. During his more tranquil times, Pullman pondered the harmony of the natural world and the peaceful cohabitation of humans and animals. The legend of Pullman's encounter spread through the beach as people whispered about it around Harmony Hughes Beach in hushed tones. It transformed into a cautionary tale, serving as a reminder that even in the most familiar of places, the unexpected could happen. Visitors now approached the beach with newfound respect, heeding the warnings that Pullman had perhaps unwittingly disregarded. As time passed, Pullman's narrative took on a vitality of its own. The story became an integral part of Harmony Hughes in the serene embrace of Harmony Bay, a coastal gem nestled between towering cliffs that cradled the rugged Pacific Islands. In 2009, modernity and unspoiled nature merged, offering a sanctuary for those who sought solace in the lap of the wild. Harmony Bay was renowned for its crystalline waters, thriving marine life ecosystem, and status as a haven for divers rendered to the embrace of the ocean, explored its depths, and found solace in its undulating rhythm. Little did he fathom that a rendezvous with a formidable predator could test his resolve and leave an indelible mark on his soul. On a languid afternoon, the cerulean waves of the Pacific beckoned Wong Hang. He donned his snorkeling gear. He ventured into the ocean's depths where the kaleidoscope of marine life mesmerized him. Slivers of sunlight pierced the surface, imbued the coral reef with an ethereal luminosity, while a cavalcade of fish darted and weaved through the aquatic tableau. Yet amid this aquatic symphony, an eerie premonition coursed through Wong Hang's veins. Abruptly, a tranquil tableau shatters. A shadow, ominous and potent, eclipsed the serenity. Wong Hang pivoted, and the unyielding gaze of a colossal tiger shark confronted him. Its lithe body cleaved through the water with lethal grace, acting as a silent sentinel of the abyss. With a heart-pounding, frenetic rhythm, Wong Hang realized he had to act swiftly and precisely. He recalled tales of shark encounters, recognizing the vulnerability that lay within their eyes. Summoning every reservoir of courage, he extended his hand toward the oncoming predator, and with relentless determination, plunged his fingers into its unguarded orbs. The shark convulsed in agony as a guttural cry echoed through the depths. Instinctively, Wong Hang's grip was relinquished by it as the taste of blood and the searing pain in its eyes compelled it into a fierce retreat. With a twisted flick of its tail, the tiger shark vanished into the abyss, leaving Wong Hang gasping for breath and shuddering with adrenaline. Miraculously, Wong Hang navigated his way back to the surface where concerned onlookers rushed to his aid. His shouts pierced through the brine-scented air as sturdy arms lifted him to safety. He was ferried ashore where a wailing siren of an ambulance ushered him to the nearest hospital. In the days that ensued, Wong Hang lay in a sterile cocoon of a hospital room, his body a tapestry of contusions and lacerations. The pain was a constant companion, a visceral reminder of the harrowing ballet between life and death. Yet amidst the throes of discomfort, a strange serenity is discovered by him. He peered into the abyss and emerged battered yet unbroken. Recovery became a journey of its own. Each day was marked by incremental victories, a tentative step taken, a breath relieved of pain. Wang Hang found solace in the rhythmic